Studios presents Common Censored.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Common Censored. It's Free for All Fridays, and I'm your friend, Lord Sterling.
It's your boy, Chocolate Dre.
Dre, video's looking crisp today, bro.
My son is we just came back from the barbershop and doing a few preparations for her birthday this weekend, and then
oh nice,
they had to run. Actually, they ran the Cox real quick and to get food, and then we're gonna go to the Bullies or whatever.
Nice. What are you guys gonna see?
So last time we went, we ended up seeing the Holdovers instead of Godzilla, so I think we might go see Godzilla this time.
Oh, nice.
And anybody out there like who wants to see a good movie, I swear, The Holdovers is the best movie I've seen all year.
Damn, I've never even heard of it, dude.
Hey, bro, it's you're gonna laugh, you're gonna cry, you're gonna be happy, you're gonna be mad. It's a good movie. It's a really good.
Nice.
Movie.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's badass.
Yeah, it's about like 7 students at this prestigious high school that's basically a prep school, and the students live there. And the holdouts are the ones whose parents, didn't come and get them for the holiday seasons for Christmas. And
gotcha.
It's y'all should just go see it. It's a good movie, bro. It's a good
sounds like it could be heartwarming, or in the end, hopefully.
Yeah. It's a really good movie.
Nice. While we're on the subject of entertainment, let's jump into our first story today, which is Daily Wire related. And, I have my beefs with Daily Wire about contract policy and stuff like that, but there's no denying that they are pioneering bringing conservatives and the right. And I'm not a conservative per se, more of a libertarian, anarcho-capitalist, but not anarchist. But they're bringing the right into the entertainment sphere to start fighting back against all the propaganda and predictive programming that we've been seeing. So this is actually a pretty exciting announcement over here. Daily Wire coming 2024 from the mind of Adam Carolla. Mr. Burcham is a no-nonsense junior high woodshop teacher who is attempting to navigate a world he doesn't understand or approve of with an all-star voice cast that has never been assembled before. And this is a new cartoon, an anti-woke cartoon that is being released by the Daily Wire. So let's jump into the trailer here and check it out. They've got some legit voice actors in this. Let's check it out.
Just tell me what you need.
Jump into the first one. Rolling, speed, action.
Sawbuck's looking a little chubby wubby, so I bought him some new food. It's organic and vegan.
Dogs are supposed to eat meat. They're descendants of wolves. You ever see a vegan wolf on the Nature Channel?
I'm a vegan.
Coffee is for closers, ladies. Listen up.
Hey, don't make this a prison hug.
Don't do anything stupid other than last year.
I'm a heteronormative, cisgendered white male, for which I apologize.
I'm black, and that used to be enough, but I'm also bilingual, and I'm non-binary.
We're the Army. We drink more before 9 a.m. than you Navy pukes do all day.
He rubbed all the fur off his emotional support ferret. The damn thing looked like a 4-legged penis.
Charity and work. 2 words that should never go together. Like women and opinions.
I want a burly man. They're salty and make me dizzy.
Sorry, just need to find a thingy to fix my gaming chair.
When I was on the construction site, my chair was a 5-gallon bucket. It was also my toilet.
So who knows? Could be good.
I'm done. I'm going back to bed. Thanks a lot.
Dude, I can't believe they got Joe from Family Guy, Patrick Warburton. That's pretty huge, man. Big voices from big TV shows. Roseanne, Rob Riggle.
Yeah, Alonzo Bowden, I remember him, bro.
Dude,
Yeah,
yeah,
he was from Mad TV.
Nice. Yeah, and they
Yeah,
got mixing in some personalities like from the Daily Wire, like Real Candace Owens, Brett Cooper, who's also playing Snow White in their upcoming Snow White movie, which they're able to
yeah,
do because it's no longer copyrighted under copyright law. It's been 70 plus years since Disney died or whatever, whatever the the rules are since it was written. And so anybody can make a Snow White movie. Apparently now we're not giving legal advice, financial, medical advice. Opinions on this show are only opinions. Assume everything we say is false. Research for yourself, and while you're at it, think for yourself and question authority. Think for yourself. Question authority. so yeah, Adam Carolla, he's been pretty based for a while. Roseanne, obviously, pretty exciting. So I don't know if this ends up being a good show. We could theoretically end up doing episode reviews of it or something like that. If you want to, maybe we can poll the audience and see if there's any interest in that when the time comes. I'm putting
yeah,
him on the spot here by mentioning this for the first time right now. So no pressure, Dre. No pressure. I'm not
yeah.
putting pressure on you for that. Just an idea. What do you think? How does it look to you?
Yeah, bro. I think we should start to broaden our horizons and start to. It's a lot of bad news coming out these days, man. We are continuously informed about the things that are going on in the world and what's to come in the future and in the near future. And sometimes the shit could dampen your soul a little bit. So it's always nice to change it up a little bit and do something different that everybody will enjoy, besides for always being worried about what's to come. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I definitely
definitely.
think it's a good idea. I was thinking about even doing some NFL or NBA streams, you know what I mean? Just to,
Nice.
balance shit out. You know what I'm saying? It's not always good to, because a lot of the news that we talk about it's not nice, fun loving news. This is not the things that we as Americans want to see and hear. You know what I mean? It's very, very worrisome. We were just talking about
Yeah.
a situation not too long ago before we got on the stream. It's like being in a financial crunch. It's like, yeah, I could pull money out of the bank, but I still got bills to pay. So it's just like eventually I have to put it back in there. So it's just like if I pull this money out of the bank and a bill isn't paid, I have to go to the bank, put the money in. But it's just like, it's just a stressful situation that they got us in. You're hearing about the bank, the top 12 banks. Supposedly this has not been verified, but they're talking about, somebody said that they got an email stating that the top 12 banks had already sent out notices to the credit card processing companies saying that they will no longer need their services at 12 a.m. on December 14th, and on December 15th is when the credit swaps that they did in the EU needs to be paid on the 15th, which is the next day, and that will basically send everybody into a financial crash. And so, yeah, so it's just a lot of stuff going on, man. I think we got to mix it up. So I'm praying that doesn't happen. Like there is, has been nobody that could verify this information, but it's been put out there. So I think we got to switch it up.
Yeah, might as well. More content, more fun stuff. That doesn't mean we'll be not doing this as well, but it's probably a good idea to have additional content available for those who might be interested. And hell, maybe I'll play some Splinter Cell or something sometime.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. We can play around with the format, and no reason not to experiment.
Right.
And welcome to 3%er. I see you in the chat. Thanks for joining us today. Glad you're here. 3%ers are always welcome. Big time. Talking about things that we hear about the world, the news that we don't necessarily like. This one was kind of disturbing. We're over on X at the real Lori Love, who says Unreal, reposting a post from Susie Liberty 2. My daughter, she says, junior in high school, received an assignment this week. The assignment, quote, explain why the Constitution is no longer relevant.
What?
No, You loaded your bullshit question with an accusation based on a fabrication.
So they're just presupposing that the Constitution is antiquated, no longer relevant. Oh, quaint. I've heard people describe it as quaint before. I wanted to strangle them like Bart Simpson. And
So
yeah.
So I guess see, we was just talking about it. Not good news. So they want to rip the Constitution up and say that it's no longer relevant. So we shouldn't abide by it.
Yeah, they're teaching the kids not about the Constitution or promoting our system of our fundamental basic foundation of our whole American philosophy. Now they're just telling them that it's bad right off the bat, and teaching them that it is no longer relevant, which is disturbing. Also, as an update from last night's stream, unfortunately, Alex Jones is still banned on X. Maybe Elon hasn't had time to watch the stream yet, the interview with Tucker, but fingers crossed. Hopefully,
he watched it. He watched it.
Back. Yeah, he had
watched
to. Right?
It. There's no way he didn't watch it. All of America watched that damn thing. I just really think that if
this is the litmus test, man.
Yeah, if he lets Alex back on, like, they're gonna kill Google, bro. I mean, not Google, but they're gonna kill. They're gonna find a way. Yeah, they're gonna kill X. They're gonna.
Yeah, and that's what he said during that advertising thing where he said GFY to the advertisers. He said they're going to kill the platform by doing this, and we'll see what the world thinks of that. Will they blame me for saying something that was misconstrued as anti-Semitic, or will they blame Disney and the advertising oligopoly for strangling out the platform? So
yeah,
it is entirely possible.
I mean, just go ahead and start charging people $1 per month, bro. There's enough users.
That would work, right?
Yeah,
just to keep the platform alive until they reestablish an advertising base.
I would pay $1. I would pay $1 all the way up to like $2.95, maybe even $5 a month, just to continue to use X, because I know it's that much. It's that important to people like us. Even the people who hate Elon Musk and X, they still use it on a daily basis. Which blows my mind. Like, there's people who literally talk crap about him on his own platform, and he still does not like X them off of his platform. You see it all the time. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That's that pretty much sums it up. So we had the Republican National Convention, RNC debate, the fourth debate the other day, and I wanted to play you guys this spoof that was, at least some of this, that was made by the United Spot. This is hilarious stuff right here. Check this out.
Also, one thing. Shout out to everybody who watched episode 43 yesterday, man. We got 1,100 views. It's the most
first time we cracked a K.
First time we ever cracked a K. So thank you to everybody out there. We all did it together. All right, my bad, bro. I just had to
got me cracking a K. It's got me feeling like Superman. Yeah, so thanks to everybody for helping out with that. Sorry if I flashed you my nipples there. I don't know if it happened or not, but we're just rolling with it. So yeah, let's check out this spoof of the debate here, which is freaking hilarious. Check this out.
Welcome to the 2024 debate. I'm your host, Nancy. And I'm your host, Gavin. Hello? Oops. Careful, Gavin. You're stepping on some poop. It's okay, I'm used to it. Are you calling me about my car's extended warranty? Oh, gosh. It isn't lunchtime yet. Where's Trump? All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. You want to hear me do a TikTok rap, y'all? Makeup? Hello? I'm really sweaty over here. Where's my makeup team? I got a booger in my nose. Oh, God, nobody likes me. Hey, check out my daughter's new TikTok video. Is it snack time yet? Are the donuts free? Hey, man, make sure to follow me on TikTok, homies. Westside. What do I gotta do to make you like me? We need to give more money to Ukraine. America is $33 trillion in debt. How do we fix that? Nicky Bush, I'll start with you. Well, we could use another airplane and give more money to Ukraine. Does anybody totally want to buy my Tesla? Aunt Nancy, am I supposed to be on the stage? Soon, Gavin. Very soon. You better not come up here, Gavin. I'll come up there if I want, you fart face. You're a fart face.
So you guys got the drift. I like that they put in the Gavin Newsom and Ron DeSantis tension there, following their recent debate and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and at first I didn't understand why they did it, but now I do, because Florida is like one of the #1 states. Florida, Texas, Arizona, of course, are like the top 3 states that Californians are moving to. And like a lot of them are like just skipping over Arizona and going straight to Florida. There's a lot of them that are going to Texas, and there's a lot that's also coming to Arizona. But like Florida is like the #1 spot that they're all going to because of the tax rates there. So I kind of see why they had those two debate each other, because they wanted to debate as to why are Californians moving and becoming Floridians. And it made sense afterwards, after doing some research and listening to them. I was like, okay, now it makes sense as to why they had those two debates.
For sure. I say we should do this type of thing more. Have more governors debating other governors, all the time. It doesn't have to be related to races. The whole purpose of having 50 states is to experiment with different laws, a laboratory of experimentation where the cream of the crop rises to the top and other states emulate it. So it would be great to have, different states debating each other on a regular basis, just so that people can get an idea of what's really going on in these states. And I think it would have a positive result. So we can, consider that whole type of thing just outside of a presidential race context as well.
Meanwhile,
this is me as Joe Biden is trying to explain the virtues of Bidenflation.
Blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless, heartless, fat-ass, bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotty-lipped, worm-headed sack of monkey shit he is! Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol? Ignorant, blood-sucking...
I think everybody could probably relate to that, Bidenflation, like, you got to be kidding me, dude. Bidenomics, sorry, yeah, Bidenflation. That's what we should call it. God damn, did I just come up with that on the spot, or has that already been said? Oh, it's probably been said a million times, right? Let's jump over. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Dre.
No, go ahead, bro.
I was going to say, let's jump over to your X, where you posted this really interesting little tidbit of information and discussion with Dana White over here. This is about fasting, and you suggest adding prayer. So that's a good suggestion as well. But let's check out what Dana White has to say about fasting and the positive health effects of doing so.
Just did this fucking 86-hour fast.
Yeah, what made you decide to do that? Like, how did that come
I saw
about?
this thing online with this doctor from Boston. He was saying, and there's clinical studies. They've done studies on this thing. They've done it on animals and humans. But if you do this water fast for 7 days, basically when you put your body through adversity, right? Different types of adversity, like cold plunging, for instance. You stay in there for 3 minutes at 50 degrees. Your body thinks you're dying, and your liver releases that shock protein, right? Which is really good for you. When you do this water fast, your body starts fighting to try to stay alive when you do stuff like this to it. So apparently it sheds all the bad dead cells and regenerates all these new cells to fight starvation or whatever the body thinks is happening. How does that not make sense?
It's crazy.
It's fucking awesome, man, is what it is. And there's over a 70% chance that when you do this, you don't get Alzheimer's disease or fucking cancer and a bunch of other nasty shit. So if I talked to Gary Brecka, I run everything by this guy. So Brecka said it's absolutely true. It absolutely works, but you don't have to do 7 full days. Do 72 hours and told me all these things to do. I'm telling you, I felt incredible, man. I felt
while you were doing it, you felt incredible?
Yeah. And I worked all day, every day like I do, and worked out every day like I do.
Really?
Yeah. My last day of the fucking, I could have gone longer. I could have done fucking 7 days. I felt so good.
Okay. So what were the urges like to
You
fight?
didn't get hungry at all? So the urges are this: when you start getting into like 48 hours, 50 hours, you're not hungry.
Okay.
But you're thinking about fucking food. When you think about our life, everywhere we look and everything we do, turn on the TV and try to watch a fucking football game. It's fucking pizza and, you know, fast food restaurants and all this fucking shit that's just beating you over the head subliminally. And then you start walking around your house and you look at the shit that you got in your house and you're not hungry. You're bored and you're walking around snacking and, you know,
Right.
So I love doing stuff that tests your will like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. You're literally crucifying the flesh. That's what it's called in spiritual terms. You know,
Damn.
you know, you're keeping yourself away from what your body desires. And there's something about crucifying the flesh and getting closer in spirituality to God that God really enjoys. Prayer and fasting is one of the closest ways you can get in tune with the higher power and in tune with the Holy Spirit, you know, the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. So yeah, bro, it's a challenge. It's not just a physical challenge, it's a mental challenge. I've fasted 3 days this week, and I did one 36-hour fast. I did a 24-hour fast, and then I did another 24-hour fast, which I broke yesterday after the show at 7:30. That was my 24-hour mark. And yeah, it's something about just, you know, doing it and you know, letting the sack hang and just you know, basically pushing yourself. So my next step is to go to 48 hours, and then after that I want to go to 72 hours because it's the gradual process. I also fasted 5 days from sugar, which is very dangerous because that 5th day is when I started to feel. So it was actually like 4.5 days because that 5th day is when I started to feel light. Yeah, it was faint. I was faint, lightheaded,
Never gone that
dizzy.
long.
Yeah, bro. And I looked online and it's very dangerous. So I instantly did what they said and I got a sugary drink, which was caramel frappuccino from Starbucks. In like 2 or 3 minutes, I felt golden, you know what I mean? And I broke my fast that evening. So yeah, man. Anybody out there, y'all should try it, bro. And you know, with the times that we have coming sooner, there's going to be days where you might have to not eat for a day or two. If you guys know what I mean. Of course, we're on YouTube, so we want to, you know, kind of be lighthearted, but you all know what I mean. The shortages, they will one day come, and a lot of us don't have the resources to spend 1,000. I think it's like on forpatriots.com. It's like $1,029, including the shipping for a year's worth of storable food. And some of us just don't have that expense to do that. For 4 weeks, it's like $279 for shipping. Like some of us just don't have it, or like you got to look into the future and make your money spanned out. And so fasting is definitely something that everybody should be trying to do right now, because there will be days where I'll look at my family and say, yeah, y'all eat today. I'm gonna pray and fast and get closer with the Heavenly Father, because I will perish before I let my family perish due to not eating food. So,
And I think you might have meant mortify the flesh. Is that am I right about that?
I say crucify the flesh, because when you're crucifying the flesh, basically you're giving things up that your body, you know, or your mind wants. So when you stop yourself from doing things that the flesh wants, it's crucifying your flesh, which is basically saying, I'm crucifying my flesh, Father God, because your only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, you came down here in flesh form and you crucified for all of our sins. So as of right now, I'm crucifying my flesh.
Right, you're making a sacrifice.
Exactly. You're
This
making
is
that
this band
sacrifice.
Section A that has a song called Sacrifice that's kind of about this. It's a metal band. Worth checking out if you guys like metal. Yes, but same topic. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm just you know, I may not be using the right terminology. Exactly.
Hey, nah, bro. Like I said, it's not for me or anybody to push my religious ideology or my relationship with my God of my understanding. Like I think that's a spiritual journey that every human being should take for themselves. You know what I mean? I just speak on what I do. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you gonna go to hell. That's not for me to tell anybody. That's not my judgment. I don't even know where I'm going when I leave this earth, but I know what everybody say get rich or die trying. Well, I'm trying to go to heaven or die trying. I don't know about
yeah, there you go. There you go. That's probably a more noble ambition.
Yeah, real talk. I am not perfect, far from perfect. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. I've spoken about it on our show, and I've gotten real vulnerable with everybody, letting everybody know. That's why I'm trying my best not to sit on our platform and criticize anybody, because if only you guys knew some of the horror stories and some of the things that I've been involved myself in and my transgressions. You know, I have conviction on my heart to this day for things that I've been through in the past. So I can't sit on here and be a hypocrite and judge anybody. I want to judge policies and what people say and what people are doing. I do not want to judge people as human beings, because we all have faults. We all fall short. So
for sure. And hopefully Vivek doesn't end up falling short or being dropped.
Yo,
did you see this,
bro? Yes, it
Yeah.
kind of like it made the
Pretty
hairs
freaky,
on my
right?
Yeah, what? Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah. Former FBI agent gives warning to Vivek Ramaswamy, basically tells him that he is putting himself in a position to potentially be assassinated. Let's check out this some of this video and you know, see what we think about it.
Thank you for your service.
Jesus, be careful.
I will. We will. I mean, we're guided by our purpose. I know that it can get ugly. You mean like
Yes,
be careful, be
very
careful.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you do in the bureau?
I worked, I was a SWAT guy, but I worked counterintelligence and counterterrorism, and I was one of those guys that was convinced they would never do it.
You were, how many years were you in the FBI?
22. I was a cop before that.
Okay, and you're worried.
Yes, I'm worried.
Okay.
He's retired.
What would you do in my shoes?
I get some very, very competent help.
Okay.
And some very competent people do some intelligence work for you before you went places.
Okay.
Just walk around, talk to people, and maybe get a feeling.
Okay.
Because that's what I did for a living. I got people to tell me what they didn't want to tell me. And the other thing is, I'm now an entrepreneur. I'm trying to follow in your footsteps, but I don't think my worm farm is going to catch up.
Okay. I appreciate that. We'll take that seriously, man. I'm reading between the lines of what you're saying, and we got you.
Okay.
Thank you. We'll take care of ourselves. And
seen how aggressive these alphabet organizations have become. They're coming after you.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But we're ready.
Okay.
We'll be ready.
If you think you're going back into private life, if this doesn't work out, they're coming.
Okay.
God
I
damn.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr. You can see it.
Mad sketchy, right?
Was it it's almost like he came as a friendly face, but was letting them know we on your ass. Literally.
Yeah, almost.
It seemed more like that than it was like a friendly, no, like, bro, like, if you used to work for them, then how do you know this? No, you still working for him, and they was literally giving him a warning to his face. That bro, that I said this last episode, like, doing this type of stuff is literally putting the target on your back, which is not, it's just not the, bro. It's like, why is our country going to this?
Yeah,
like,
it's
why,
crazy.
Like, why? It's like we can't even have an opinion. It's like, you know, dossiers are being built on people, psychological profiles are being built on people because of their political and their spiritual, or should I say, their religious ideologies. It's like, I don't know. This shit is a nightmare almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a total nightmare. Just for the record, also, this video is from the Daily Caller, which I believe is Tucker Carlson's outlet. So thanks to them for putting this out on their channel, the DC Shorts on YouTube. I think it's Tucker's, so probably worth subscribing to support Tucker. He's doing a lot of good work, as we saw yesterday. Thankful for everything he's doing, for sure. You know, and doing stuff like this, probably isn't helping Vivek, although we like to see it because it's telling the truth. But look how he slams this CNN lady. I can't remember her name, but he just dismantles everything she says, and she seems so clueless about all this, just pushing the line, not thinking for herself or questioning authority whatsoever. Just repeating and repeating the same thing over and over again. It's so annoying.
There was another moment that I want to play for our viewers where you went full conspiracy theory and endorsing a lot of conspiracy theories. I want you to listen.
If you want somebody who's going to speak truth to power, then vote for somebody who's going to speak the truth.
Hey, bro,
why am I the only person?
It's kind of emergency. I gotta talk to my wife on the phone.
Yeah, do it up. No worries, brother. No worries.
Person on the stage, at least, who can say that January 6th now does look like it was an inside job, that the government lied to us for 20 years about Saudi Arabia's involvement in 9/11, that the Great Replacement theory is not some grand right-wing conspiracy theory, but a basic statement of the Democratic Party's platform, that the 2020 election was indeed stolen by big tech.
Let's just take two of those. Let's start with January 6th.
Sure.
There is no evidence that it is an inside job. It was a fringe conspiracy theory that the Trump-appointed FBI director, Christopher Wray, has said explicitly over and over is just not true.
So let me, I appreciate the opportunity to address it. I was an anti-woke crusader leaving the business world. And if you had asked me 3 years ago, is there some chance January 6th is an inside job? I would have said that was crazy talk. I would say, looking at the facts of the video footage that have come out, Dana, it is shocking that you still haven't gotten a clear answer of how many federal agents were in the field that day. Look at now the video footage of actually throwing explosives and rubber bullets into what was a peaceful crowd, then releasing to the public what came in response to that. But now look at the video footage that was released. And I'm glad we're talking about it because viewers deserve to look at that footage. Capitol Police literally letting people in who were then now prosecuted. Some of them have gone on to commit suicide because of what the government's doing. That is a case of entrapment. And I think the government has not been transparent about this, which is why I then brought up another case where the government now 20 years later with declassified documents told us that they lied to us at the time. And so I do think we have a government that's consistently lied to its people.
But an inside job suggests that everybody was who attacked the Capitol was part of
that. I didn't say that, but I was saying that there's entrapment going on. There's entrapment going on, and this looks like a case of entrapment. And if you look at even over the last,
what do you mean by entrapment?
Entrapment means that the police goaded people to do something otherwise than they otherwise wouldn't have done, and then they arrest them for actually doing it.
And you don't think it was actually the former president who was trying to get people?
I think that was the media narrative. Now look at actually
we heard him with our own ears. I'm going to ask you about a
case and see what you think about this. Right? You guys said this for a long time about the Gretchen Whitmer kidnapping plot. Suddenly gone silent after it comes out at trial that absolutely that was a case of entrapment, which is why 2 of those people were acquitted. So I'm saying this as somebody who, on the other side of this, as a biotech CEO, somebody who was even anti-woke, but if I was looking at this, I would have said a lot of this is crazy talk. But if you actually get into the details, I think it is startling how much the government has systematically lied. And I think it's both parties over the course of the last 25 years.
But on the
left used to be better at pointing this out and being skeptical of the government, but now it's the right.
Which is the most aggressive, offensive attack on the U.S. Capitol and on democracy itself that we have seen in our lifetime and in many, many lifetimes. To say without evidence that it was an inside job.
I'm not saying it without evidence. I think that what we're seeing now is the video footage that's come out. I was in a different place before a lot of that evidence came out, but you have to respond to the evidence. What is your response, or what is anybody else on CNN's response to the video footage that was released of Capitol Police literally just peacefully allowing people into the Capitol?
What we know
or
is
shooting
that
into peaceful crowds.
850 people have been convicted of crimes.
But the reality,
he's like, dude, yeah, they've been convicted of crimes because it was entrapment. They got lured in and encouraged to do it. And then they were convicted when it's never their idea in the first place, and they basically got goaded and agitated into it. It's like the double speak and the talking in circles with CNN is so annoying. Mama Mac knows what I'm talking about.
reality is many of them were convicted before that information was released. Because
do you think that former President Trump has anything to do with it?
Because you're bringing up a really good point, and your audience and everybody deserves to know the truth about this.
Wayne Brady.
Normally, there's a rule in constitutional law. It's called the Brady Rule. You have to turn over exculpatory evidence to the other side. In this case, it wasn't turned over because the DOJ said Congress was sitting on it. Now Congress has released it. That's why I said I would pardon many of those peaceful protesters because
I want to go to
constitutional
something else that you
violations.
said, which I think
It's
is
not
really,
a left or right issue. I think this is a civil libertarian
I want to
issue
go to
that matters a
something
lot to me.
else that you said that I think is really important to explore, and that is the great replacement theory.
Yeah.
That, I'm sure you know, is a theory that has been adopted by white supremacists who believe that people of color, Jews, are trying to overtake the white people in America. It has been used in mass murders from not even just America, worldwide.
You've guessed this brought a lot of people that mean a lot of different things, but I will be very specific about what I meant because I posted this yesterday, even before this debate. I've been very precise, and I'd encourage people to look at 10 hard truths I posted yesterday, including that video footage from Jan 6 for our last discussion. People should view it. Look at the video I posted yesterday of Biden and Mayorkas 10 years ago, expressly discussing, and these are Biden's words, not mine, about non-white populations exceeding white populations in the U.S. through immigration, and that being not a bad thing, his words, not mine. I think we should be able to have this conversation in the open without using fringe theories.
But when you use the term great replacement theory, that is
exactly what that refers to.
But you understand that term is something that evokes anti-Semitism, and it has
piece of this. I'm against anti-Semitism, and I've spoken accordingly.
Right? It's such nonsense, dude.
Nonsense.
Just logical leaps. It's that communist tactic that we played the clip of yesterday with label those who disagree with you as with such labels as fascist. Racist.
It's like he didn't say anything against a group of people. What he's saying is we have illegal immigrants that are pouring into our country right now, and their well-being is being put in front of American people. Like literally, we have a sheriff that's in Arizona that works at Lukeville border in Arizona, and he said that these people he said now they're getting $5,000 gift cards, not $2,200 a month. They're getting $5,000 gift cards, cell phone, and a plane ticket or a bus ticket to wherever they want to go. This is all being funded by taxpaying dollars.
Madness. Total madness.
And those people are going to get work visas, and of course they're going to pay them less than what they would pay you because they know that they will accept it.
Yep, so undercutting American jobs and lowering wages, and it's the power of the Cloward Piven strategy, as we played part of a video from John Bown explaining the husband and wife professor duo at Columbia University that created the plan to bring in a ton of people to stress and collapse the system, basically, and cause system failure. So it's real. It's not racist, and these people just have to spin everything because they don't have an actual argument, so they have to concoct. They either have to weaken our arguments into straw men, or they concoct red herrings to divert from the actual argument itself, both of which are logical fallacies that any person who's trained to understand to notice logical fallacies would realize, basically.
People who have,
but I think we also have to admit the truth of what's happening, Dana.
But
this is coming through Biden's own words.
This is being used
10 years ago
for killings in Buffalo, for a killing in Poway, California.
If it was a Republican saying the same things that Biden said 10 years ago,
do you understand how
dangerous
it is?
Conspiracy theory.
It's not even just a conspiracy theory. It's dangerous.
I disagree. I think what's dangerous is the suppression of open dialogue. Well, look, I think that we need to have more open dialogue in this country, and when you tell people they can't speak, that's when they scream. If you tell people they can't scream or object, that's when they tear things down.
It's the term. Great replacement.
You and I share something in common. We don't want to see violence in this country. I think the way we're going to get there is close the gap between what people will say in private and what they will say in public. Right now, there's a gap between those two things that is as big as I've seen in my lifetime. I think that is dangerous. I think that is a good way to get January 6th being a preview of what's to come in this country, unless we're able to have open conversation
and it's
without people being labeled
hear great replacement
as a racist
theory,
or a conspiracy theorist
or
a xenophobe or whatever.
Because of what it means to
me. I have been
crystal
clear. I'm the kid of immigrants. I'm proud of that. Legal immigrants who came to this country. But when the Democratic Party and Biden, the leader of the Democratic Party now, as recently as 10 years ago with Mayorkas sitting at his side, expressly talking about non-white populations exceeding white populations, that being a good thing, and immigration policies they've advanced to achieve that result remain in Mexico, which they're not enforcing. Let's have that debate rather than saying this is a dog whistle, this is going to cause violence.
Logical.
What I'm worried about is that we are going to have, I would say, I want to be careful in the way I speak about this, because I don't want to get to a place about violence. We're skating on thin ice as a country right now. But as a leader, it is important to give people the permission to say in public what they'll otherwise say in private. A lot of it grounded in truth, to be able to have that debate without labeling somebody
ask you one question,
a
and I'm gonna let you
xenophobe
go.
or a
I'm gonna let you
racist
go.
or a
Let's just say,
denier or anything
let's
else.
just say, and I'm not going to use the term anymore, because it is a dog whistle for people out there who are looking for reasons to go after people of color and Jews. But let's just assume that was something that was happening. Is that so wrong? What's wrong with people
First of all,
of color?
let me just pause right there.
Being a majority in this
Let me just
country?
pause right there. This is a legitimate discussion for us to have, but we can't have it both ways, to say that this is something that we're actually advocating for. It's an express policy, and we acknowledge that it's part of an express policy objective. Then let's actually get to the debate about whether this is good or not for the country, right? And so I embrace that, but thank you for getting to a useful place, rather than just saying anybody who's saying this, if a person on the right says that it's a conspiracy theory, if a Democrat says it's immigration policy. And my view is, I don't care about skin color. I could care less for skin color. Do you share the ideals of this country?
The Jews will not replace us.
do you
Comes
share-
from the Great Replacement Theory. I know you have to
No,
go,
it
but
doesn't.
just go back and look at
What I would
think about it.
I would say, go back and look at air for the people that are watching this. The videos that Mike Johnson has released of Capitol Police allowing them in. We should be able to at least have that debate in the open, and air the video of Biden saying exactly what otherwise is described as a conspiracy theory with Mayorkas 10 years ago. Let's have honest debate. We can disagree, but don't label somebody a insurrectionist or a racist or a homophobe or a denier or anything else as a way of silencing debate. We should talk about it on the merits. And that last question you asked is exactly what many Republicans also want to be debating in the open. Whether or
I
not
agree. Merits, facts. That's what we need to be doing.
Amen.
And
So show the videos, and I think I'll be good for the viewers.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Anderson, back to you.
Sure.
Just show the videos. Just show the videos.
Dude, so crazy,
Just
right?
show the videos, bro.
Yeah. So, it's his dogged adherence to bucking the establishment narrative that's definitely putting him in a position where assassination is something that he needs to worry about at this point. But at least like Uncle Trump, he's a billionaire that can afford really good security, hopefully, food testers and whatnot,
Yeah, and with him, we're on YouTube, so I'm gonna wait for that comment. But yeah, basically his arch rival within the Republican Party that is also running for president is on the board of an arms dealer. I'm just saying. Like,
how about we
deal? Yeah, let's go ahead and
Sorry,
switch
so
it
go
over.
ahead. Yeah, let's switch it over, and then so you
let's
can make your full point. We don't have to censor ourselves.
Yeah.
Here, let me
yeah.
take the link here for our Rumble stream, and I'll post it in the chat on YouTube. Thank you guys for listening with us on YouTube, all three of you. We appreciate you. And hop on over to Rumble so you can hear Dre's full thoughts without having to redact himself live. Check us out on X. We're at _common censored, Dre at Truckfit LLC, me at Mortis_Noctu. Check out commoncensored.locals.com, and we will catch you guys on the flip side. Peace, YouTube.